Hi, everybody. This is Pamela Caughey. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe. Hope you're painting and being creative in your studios. This is such a tough time for all of us right now, worldwide, as we deal with this COVID pandemic. But I have some good news to share with you, and I hope that you're going to join me. I'm going to be doing a free 1-hour presentation with Teachable. For those of you who don't know about Teachable, teachable.com is the platform that hosts my online school. And I have several online courses, as a lot of you know. So let me just tell you a little bit about this 1-hour presentation, because in order to view it, you need to register. The presentation will be this coming Friday. So let me show you more about what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about the 9 stages of creativity, how to divide and conquer the painting process. So as most of you know, painting is just not that easy, right? I mean, there are ups and downs. We get stuck sometimes and we don't know what to do to resolve our paintings. We'd all love to create a masterpiece, but walking into your studio and saying, I'm going to create a masterpiece today is really a daunting task. My mission with everything that I do is that I want to share with you everything that I've learned in my 30 years of painting so that you can succeed faster. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing this presentation. The presentation is in just a few days, Friday, November 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're probably wondering, how do you get to see this and where do you go? Well, get all the details for my presentation by registering. You have to register and find out how to get my acrylic and mixed media technique course for free. That's a Black Friday special. Now, space is limited, but here's where you're going to register. This is a video, so I know you can't click on this, but it's pretty easy. Just in your browser, type teachable.com/PAM2020. And there will be a link in the description below in case you missed that. And no worries if you can't make it live. Just register and you'll receive the free recording via email. So I'm going to be talking about the fact that painting just isn't easy. And breaking the process down into these little tiny pieces is kind of like, on the left-hand side here, these are chunks of Damar resin that I use in encaustic. And if you try to melt this on a hot plate, it takes a really long time for it to melt. So if you break it into small pieces, though, it melts a lot faster. And the topic of what I'm going to be talking about is, how do we divide and conquer this daunting painting process so that it's just not so intimidating? But Pam, isn't painting easy, like going from A to B? It's simple, right? No, it's actually not. In fact, it's more like this. The normal way that we paint is that, we're kind of okay when we get started, but at some point, we have ups, we have downs, and sometimes we have just real major lows. And a lot of time we kind of get stuck right here after we get through the play stage. So I've kind of broken up the painting process into 3 main levels: the play, the explore, and the clarify. And to really create our very best work, I totally feel that you must understand design and color. So what happens though after you play? Well, you're kind of stuck with this ugly mess. That's what happens when you're kind of having a good time and you're not worrying about color, you're not worrying about shape, you're not worrying about anything. When you have the mindset of a 3-year-old, it is a great way to get started. But let's face it, what you end up with is kind of an ugly mess. So I'm going to be talking about, in this 1-hour presentation, a lot of different fun ways that you can play and keep it interesting so that you never run out of ideas. That's really important. I'm also going to give you lots of different tips on how to keep going when you're stuck and keep progressing and moving your painting forward. And then I'm going to give you some top tips for what to think about in those final stages of your painting so that you can finish it with very strong design. Wouldn't that be great? And then, is perfection the goal? Well, no, it's not. And I'm going to talk about what the true goal is when we go into our studio and we paint. So once again, Space is limited. Please register now at the link below. It'll be in the description, but if you can type this in, it's teachable.com/Pam2020. So I look forward to seeing you. Please join me on the call. We'll have a lot of fun. Thanks, everyone. Bye now.